How can you be behind someone who does not listen? Over and above that, someone who will do the opposite of what you advise. This is what I've had to deal with. You feel sorry for Junior, what about me? Have I ever done anything against my son? Have I ever done anything against any other fighter? You are not a reflex fighter, which is what you have now gone to by dropping your hands. That's part and parcel of the reason why, you have decreased in ability, as well as your age. So these truths are what I speak. Now, some or a lot may say, well, okay, you're speaking against your son. No, I'm not speaking against my son. I'm speaking about the truth of boxing. I know there's a great deal of people, it seems, out there who are like, well, no matter what your son does, you've got to be in his corner. You've got to be behind him. How can you be behind someone who does not listen?
I think Chris is leaps and bounds ahead of Conor. His experience, the guys he's been in with, take away the weight, because Chris is obviously going to be disadvantaged in there with the weight as well, but just ability, boxing skill set is on a completely different level. So
Chris Eubank Sr. didn't just give his son advice, he embarrassed him in front of everyone. He didn't help him feel stronger. Instead, he made him look weak. This didn't feel like a father trying to help his son with tough love. It felt like he wanted to break his son's confidence. He said Junior is slow, his boxing style is not good, and he's already getting old. Even worse, Senior laughed when talking about being loyal to his son. He said Junior is too proud and doesn't listen.
But there's no honour in smacking someone with an egg. Shouldn't have happened.
How do you think the fight's going to play out?
I'm backing Conor Benn. I know Conor. Spoke to him a few times. Always been a top bloke to me. His dad's a top bloke. His dad's a legend. And I'll be backing him. But it's going to be difficult, as he's already alluded to, the two weight divisions coming up. But it'll also be difficult for Eubank to stay within that hydration clause, I think it is. So it's all to play for both men.
And that's why he will lose. He even said Junior is dreaming if he thinks he can still be a top boxer. Many people were shocked. It looked more like a fight between a father and son than support. It hurt to watch. Now, Junior must try to prove everyone wrong, including his own dad. Former champion Steve Collins also spoke up. He said, this is not just about boxing. This is about a son who wants to make his own name, but is stuck in his father's shadow. Other fathers like Nigel Benn have stepped back to let their sons grow, but Eubank Sr. stays in the spotlight, making things harder for Junior. Junior has also gone through sad times in his family. That makes his journey even harder. Collins said Junior's biggest fight is not just in the ring, it's inside himself. He is trying to earn respect, not just win fights. At the same time, people like Harlem Eubank believe Junior is a much better fighter than Conor Benn. They say Junior has more skill and more experience.
That's what Eubank Jr. is thinking, that Conor Benn is going to come out and leave everything in those first 3 or 4 rounds. And if Chris is still there, it could be trouble for Conor. But Conor could knock him out. Barry could be right.
I felt sorry for Junior because he is a 34-year-old man at the time. He wants his own thing. His father is always going to be the centre of attention.
Yeah.
I think he's right to make his own decisions.
Simon, I see exactly what you're saying, because Nigel has stood back from Conor's career, and Chris Senior was right in the front at the beginning. And I think it's great that Junior is walking his own path.
So do I.
However, they have had horrendous tragedy.
Yeah, I mean, he's stylish and he's skillful. And if that Liam Smith defeat, which worries me a bit for Chris, if that's sort of part of the past, that the rematch was emphatic for Eubank Jr., but it wasn't Liam's night, really, and he had an injury going into it. So that defeat that Eubank suffered worries me a bit, but he's fought in better company, and Conor Benn's got it all to prove. But if there's one guy that wants it more, it's Conor Benn. There's no doubt about it.
Even though he has to lose some weight for this fight, they think he is smart and skilled enough to win. But not everyone agrees. Some people are picking Conor Benn. He's younger, very hungry to prove himself, and he hits hard. Johnny Fisher said Conor has a big heart and works very hard. But moving up 2 weight divisions is a big challenge for him. And Eubank has to worry about the rehydration clause, which means he can't gain too much weight back before the fight. That can make him weaker. Boxing expert Adam Smith said that if Conor starts strong in the first few rounds, it could be dangerous for Eubank.
I mean, Ben Jr. and Eubank Jr., they can both fight. They're both very good fighters, but Chris is making it a bigger show and more interesting and drawing more people to see it because of his personality. So it's almost like it's a double-edged sword having him there. He probably is upsetting certain people, but he's definitely bringing more attention to it. And I think he's a big asset to the whole promotion.
Well, for
so,
sure,
you know, you can't really knock him too much because he's making it bigger than what it would have been.
No, not yet. I need to see what he looks like on the scales. If there was no rehydration clause, I would pick Eubank, but I need to see what he looks like on the scales first, and then if there's a rehydration clause and he already looks bad, it's going to be a hard night for him.
But I think with Chris, this is purely business. This is purely business. I don't think he quite likes him very much.
No.
But I'm telling you now, it's a good thing that Conor's in Spain. Because imagine them two bumping into each other on London High Street on a Sunday afternoon.
We don't need that, do we?
No one needs that, no one wants it, but it's inevitable. So you literally have to navigate your way through these camps and keep these two boys away from each other, because
keep the lid on.
I've been there with this kind of animosity, and I've been there with this kind of domestic rivalry. It eats away at you. It's not nice.
No.
It literally eats away at you. It's on your mind daily. And you just, it gets to it's an intense build-up.
But if Eubank can survive the early rounds, he might take control later. Still, Conor has knockout power, and that makes him very dangerous. Tony Bellew said this fight is personal. These two men don't like each other. If they met on the street, it could get out of hand. Bellew says when a fight is this personal, it's hard to stay calm. That kind of stress can mess with a fighter's mind. Lastly, Carl Frampton said we need to wait and see how Eubank looks at the weigh-in. If he looks tired or weak, the fight could go badly for him. He said cutting too much weight can be a big problem. This fight is about more than boxing. It's about family, pride, and respect. Both fighters have something to prove. The question is, who will rise to the moment and who will fall?